Welcome to part 3 of this prophetic pop-in, November the 16th, 2022, involving news from November the 15th, 2022. And of course, well, it may even come in with some news from prior to the 15th of November, but we're definitely looking at least November the 15th for sure. So let's get back into this video.
Protection. We always take the safety and security of our troops no matter where they're...
One more again. This is part 3 of Prophetic Pop-In 2020, November 16th, 2022, Maranatha. Now let's get back into
They're
this.
Serving very seriously, and so we're very confident
Headed
in
for
any
Article
force
5.
protection measures that we take, whether it be Poland or elsewhere.
Y'all best
but
be
again,
preparing. I would say we're getting ready to go down to
the possibility of there having been either an errant or an intentional strike on NATO territory has been in the back of people's minds for a long time. Can you walk us through at least what
level
steps
2 at least
the Pentagon goes through to try to verify whether or
I
not,
would be prepared if I were you to hear that news coming out in the next day or so.
As you try to get more clarity on whether
the next
you can
couple
or cannot
weeks
corroborate that these strikes landed in Poland.
Depends on solely how fast they're going to roll this stuff out.
Disposal in terms of verifying information.
We've got
to include
Hanukkah in 40
allies
days.
And partners to gather information. And so
a lot going
again,
on here in the next
we're
little while. We got
well,
the 7th day of Hanukkah in 40 days.
Thank you.
But we've got a lot.
Nobody does food.
Or the holidays, like food.
Sorry. Apologize for the ad.
Reports of Russian
back in.
Going into Poland. You aware of any reports of
as I was saying, we have got
again
nothing
going
at this
point to corroborate those press reports, and again at this point that's what we have for press reports.
Jesus, that one's a bit loud.
So I hope y'all see where this is all headed. Now, all of a sudden, what is Article 5? Article 5 is the cornerstone of the North Atlantic Treaty, right?
About to come up. This one was way
NATO
loud.
Organization states, and it actually says an attack on one member of NATO is an attack on all of its members. Despite its importance, NATO's has only invoked Article 5 one time in history in response to a terrorist attack September 11th, 2001.
Aren't we blessed? We get to be here for the second one.
And, well, the real bad part here is,
that supposed to be an air raid siren or what, dude?
They went through all this because they're still making money. All of the DOD's still making money. Now, the FTC, the FTX here, that was making Zelensky money, making all the politicians and political action committees tons of money. Once that $9 billion went away, right? $9 billion. Then Zelensky started pleading for war all of a sudden. He went to Kahoo yesterday, pleaded for pleaded for peace all of a sudden, right? We saw it all happen on my deal last night. Zelensky, like in Kusher Victory,
peace and safety, then sudden destruction, Club Blam.
This was really yesterday for them. Then all of a sudden, we had that meeting between the two chiefs, the CIA chief and the Russian counterpart. What practical business do they have meeting with each other? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What about two State Department or something like that? This is the weirdest meeting I've ever heard until I saw what happened the next day. I was worried about the meeting for obvious reasons, and y'all all thought that Russia bombed Poland when it was quite clear that, well, Russia probably understood that it was going to happen. They were going to deny it, and they wanted to give them a heads up because, again, Russia is making more money off this war than they've ever made. They have 74 countries they're selling natural gas to at all-time high prices, the highest prices ever recorded, period, even with the Enron scan going on, okay? So you guys have no idea what's going on. I do, but you guys seem to have no idea what's going on. Then all of a sudden,
I do. The NWO is making money off of people's lives. Jesus doesn't like that.
Russia starts shooting at Kiev missiles. I don't even think they've done that. They've used drones, but missile attacks on Kiev the next day.
Hi everybody, I'm Dave Baker. To be the hero.
This is today, and then one or two of those missiles happens into Poland. It's a Christmas miracle. Of course, they had missiles left over by retreating forces.
Oh, now them come from the McDonald's Happy Meal.
And then the general comes out and mentions, makes me sick, a wave of Russian missiles hit Ukraine after today.
They're just giving them away these days.
We've never done that. And then all of a sudden, Russia strikes Poland, doing strike on
get
Ukraine.
you a Happy Meal, and boom,
Come
there you go.
on, man.
Get you two of them.
Come on, they pounded Kiev. A U.S. senior official said, crossed into NATO member Poland. Listen, and then you have General on there talking about Article 5, right? Article 5. Because remember, everyone's still making money. Everyone's making big money. If there's peace, this place go. If you think we're in a recession now or a depression now, you let there be peace. You let this war machine wind down. You will have no GDP whatsoever, period. So they are doing everything in their power. Let's hope that they don't go as far as to, and this is out of Article 5, NATO, the cornerstone of the treaty signed in 49. That's right, and this is a history. From the History Channel, just so you know, it means that we have to now attack Russia if we determine they did it, which of course it won't be determined, even though the general that spoke, we know he has radar and that he knows exactly where the missile went. He doesn't know. Like they don't know where every single solitary missile is fired. CIA meet the Russian counterpart, and then all these bombs fly off. I mean, give me one good reason. When everyone was talking peace and the FTX wasn't paying anymore, why did this happen?
One good reason. I'll give you a good reason, because it's written in the Bible that this all is going to happen. And that these things are going to happen. And then we're going to go, that kingdom would rise against kingdom. I'll get into that verse here in just a few minutes. And we'll talk about that a little bit. But let's hear some more video because it's fun. Here we go.
Have struck a location inside Poland near the Ukraine border. I can tell you that we don't have any information at this time to corroborate those reports.
Biden has said a few times that the U.S. will defend every inch.
And highlight up front that we are aware of the press reports alleging that 2 Russian missiles have struck a location inside Poland near the Ukraine border. I can tell you that we don't have any information at this time to corroborate those reports.
Biden has said a few times that the U.S. will defend every inch of NATO territory. If these reports are true, what does that look like for the administration?
Yeah, thanks, Edgar. So, as I mentioned, we're looking into these reports, don't have any information to corroborate them at this time, so I don't want to speculate or get into hypotheticals. When it comes to our security commitments and Article 5, we've been crystal clear that we will defend every inch of NATO territory.
How concerned are you about the force protection of U.S. troops in Poland? Would the U.S. need to adjust its force posture there? Should these...
Black Friday mattress savings start now at Big Sandy.
So again, to answer your first question, when it comes to force protection, we always take the safety and security of our troops, no matter where they're serving, very seriously. And so we're very confident in any force protection measures that we take, whether it be Poland or elsewhere. But again, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves here. We're going to get the facts
the possibility of there having been
yes, please,
either
let's
an
get the
intentional
facts.
strike on NATO territory has been in the back of people's minds for a long time.
Just
Can you
call
walk
up
us through
Putin
at
and
least
ask
what
him if he
steps
did it.
the
I'm
Pentagon
sure he
goes
will
through to try
truly
to
admit it.
verify whether or not, you know,
Or
this
deny.
is to try to
One
verify
or the
this is
other.
what's happening? Like, what is going on now as you try to get more clarity
Either
on
or.
whether you can or cannot
Anything's
corroborate that these
possible at
strikes
this point.
landed in Poland?
This is
Anytime there's a
bizarre world
situation,
after all.
again, we have a variety of methods at our disposal in terms of verifying information, to include contacting allies and partners to gather information. And so, again, we're looking into these reports, and when we have more to provide, we'll be sure to do.
No, I'm sure you will.
So
Yes,
whoever
because
believes that
you're
he
so
doesn't know
forthcoming.
exactly who fired it, where it was fired from, where they were fired from, when
When,
they were
where,
fired,
what, or
and
why?
watch them actually fly in the air is
Boy, we got some
okay?
great.
I
We got some great military tipsters out there, man. We have a lot of great reconnaissance. Sounds to me like military reconnaissance there. Yes. They're really on top of all this. They're just busting it wide open.
I'd clear this up because I saw it all over Fox and they're reporting it wrong. This is all a big setup. A, the FTX. B, Zelensky begs for peace. C, the Russia actually takes their troops out of the Ukraine. D, there's just not a secret meeting, televised meeting between the two intel heads about nuclear war. What? E. All of a sudden, for the first time, Kiev starts getting bombed, and so all of a sudden, does one of the NATO nations on accident, and of course Russia denies the whole thing, but it's of course a Russian-built weapon that hit. I could have guaranteed you that. They probably gave it to them in Turkey, unless they might have gotten it off the battlefield. But I want the radar on it. I want the radar. I want to see where it was fired from. So they know exactly where it was fired from. And then him mentioning Article 5 in his speech.
Tell me. Will the Great Wizard give me?
They need this war to go on. Even if one of the slush funds was burned up, there are several more in place that we don't know about.
Let's go.
Get on with it. The ones we do know about are defense contractors. They make millions of money, especially off of stockpile weapons, and kick right back to who? The political action committees, which are slush funds for who? The actual congressmen. And they also kick back as much as they can legally to the congressmen. So guys, y'all have been beat again.
Well, somebody done dropped the house on
these guys are on your side.
so
I keep trying to tell y'all keep thinking it's us against Russia, against Ukraine or something. None of that is true. Everyone's making money, but you and me.
World.
And that was the main part of this. Hopefully y'all watched and understood the speech, and I didn't go too fast for anybody here.
No.
God bless you guys.
Fast enough for me.
Yes. I work 2 jobs, James. I work 12 companies right now. I work 16 hours a day. I hope you subscribe. You'll like what I have to offer. And you know what? It's getting harder every single day to get by. I had to get out and tell y'all the truth. We'll be back. And the whole fact that the meeting happened yesterday and the bombs flew today, after a quote-unquote peace meeting, why would Russia start firing missiles at Kiev and accidentally hit a NATO country, killing people?
Oops.
The whole thing is
a big
stupid,
oops.
even to pitch.
You know the blood fell from the ground, right?
And there's a lot of them out there. Please share the video so people know what's really going on around them. It seems to be very hard to explain to anyone.
Got a lot of repenting to do, Luceville.
God bless you and yours, folks. Please share.
I recommend that y'all get to your prayer bones, leaders. I'm talking to y'all, Prince of Persia, all y'all. Pass the word on, big boy. Because here's the thing. Jesus is coming. And if you haven't repented by the time that he gets here, boy, you ain't gonna like that outcome at all. So I would say it's a good idea if you go ahead and start repenting. Yeah, get some oil in your lamp. If you're not ready to go, you best be ready to go, because it's time to go. It's almost time to go. We about to go. I hope you see this. I hope you understand. It's about time to go. See you in the next video.